everybody, and welcome back to Noodles at Noon, the show that focuses on things that are not worth focusing on. I am your host, who has taken his co-host lead and has started recording podcasts in his closet. Hi, it's me, Ben, and we are joined, as always, by my wonderful co-host, who isn't in his closet.
I know, you're going to sound so much better than me this week. I'm back at the wide open, echoey prison room, and it's going to sound great.
Sound quality has become my number one priority in life now, so I'm in my closet. And we are joined this week by a wonderful special guest. You know him, you love him, maybe, if I can get the words out of my mouth. But I don't think I've ever been in his closet. It's Daniel.
What's up, everybody? Not in a closet, in a nice, normal, echoey office, but glad to be here.
It's nice to know I am the only one of the three of us who is in a closet, so...
But with our guests, we take what we can get. I mean, sometimes it's over like a Skype call. Daniel at least records his own track. He's got his own mic set up.
Hey.
That's why Daniel's our favorite guest, right?
Oh, yeah.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here, folks. Say that again, Noah. Can I get that in writing?
SpeakPipe question this week. Is Daniel the best guest?
Yeah, of all of our guests, does Daniel have the best sound quality?
I don't know about sound quality, but my favorite guest is Jessy because she brings a level of like groundedness that I think is really important. That sometimes I think sometimes we need, and then she just randomly just feels super awkward with what's going on, and you can tell she's like, I need to be somewhere else.
Yeah,
I don't want to be on this podcast
Jesse's
anymore.
For sure one of the best guests that we've had, and she has pretty good sound quality because anytime we've recorded with Jessy, Noah spends about 20 minutes before we actually start recording trying to make sure there's enough microphones and to make sure all the microphones are plugged into the right place.
It's like he likes her or something.
I know.
I just want to make her sound really good.
I've been trying to set them up, but they refuse.
I've got a story
Someday,
about that. I've got a story about that.
Oh,
do you? Well, that's a good story. But thank you all so much for tuning in to Noodles at Noon. You can catch us anywhere podcasts are available, like our website, noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
Or other assorted places like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Anchor, and coming to you live, Spotify, and coming to you live this week from the Chinese spy balloon. It was actually us all along, and it was a publicity stunt, and my son was never in it, and I knew that all along.
Deep cut. Deep Colorado cut.
That is a deep cut. That news made it all the way to Fairbanks, Alaska, and I remember it well.
Mm-hmm.
So, isn't it crazy the past few years that we look back on Balloon Boy and are like, yeah, that seems normal now.
That was so innocent. Like, that was, like, of all the publicity stunts that could be done, what an innocent, happy little nice one. Just send your boy.
Before the golden age of YouTube.
Just send your boy up into the sky.
Innocent.
Right.
But, like, as far as things that have made global news, like, this was 2009.
Yeah.
October 15th, 2009.
But comparatively, how innocent, right?
Oh, 100%.
So, Ben, are we just going to gloss over the fact that Daniel said he had a story, and then we just, like, pulled the rug right out from under him?
Well, he has a story about you and Jessy, I think.
Well, I mean, I was wondering what my weekly update could be, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of like personal weekly updates that are going to come out this week, but I was there on Noah, correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the single most significant moments in the future that you are now living and thriving in, I was there on a weekend retreat of which Noah and Jessy were both participants. Prior to official dating, prior to any of the stories we know. And it was just really kind of sweet and endearing to watch a budding romance begin in its infancy. Well, probably there was like ideas and thoughts happening, but it was the moment in which they were both doing like really cute things, going out of their way to be with each other and impress each other and have fun. this weekend we were in like the south part of the North American continent, and it was a springtime, so it was warm enough to be out and on the water, but it was still cold. And Noah enthusiastically, because Noah and Jessy were talking about how they wanted to go down in the water, but it was still kind of cold and cloudy. Noah's like, "Let's go, we gotta go!" And into the water he goes. I think it was a bit of a shock. It was fun. It was fun to see what has now we know to be a great marriage and a great relationship. Noah, I'm proud of you. That was fun.
But I'd committed at that point. Like, once you set foot into the water and you say, I'm going to go swim in the ocean, you can't bail at that point.
You cannot
bail. So as soon as I
I
stepped in and I realized, it's like 50 degrees. It's like this is not pleasant water. You just got to commit.
You cannot bail in front of the woman that you are trying to impress. You got to go. You got to go.
I do that all the time. I'm very good at that.
Step number 1 in intervention for Ben's future. You got to stop bailing, Ben.
And then
Fine.
The second part of that story that I don't know that Daniel knows, I don't know if this will stay in the podcast or not, but after coming back out of the water, I'm like, soaking wet and everything. And we're just walking along the beach. And I look down like a few minutes later and I realized that like the water has made my swim trunks like skin tight. And I'll just leave it at that.
Oh,
that's hot.
We all realized it, Noah, right from the very start.
Oh, they saw everything, Noah. Everybody saw everything.
Yeah, it was I just remember very casually trying to like puff out my shorts a little bit and kind of make things like, a little less revealing.
Like shake them off a little bit. Yeah. No, it was.
You can't bail, Noah.
It was.
That's
well
what
done.
we just talked about. You can't bail.
So, of the podcasts that Jessy's not on, what percentage of them does she listen to?
95%, I'd say.
Okay. Well, Jessy, you're welcome. I hope you're enjoying this.
She does. I did get a text from her a few minutes ago that says, "No, I'm the best guest." So,
Jessy.
Oh.
Wait.
Sounds like we might
hearing.
She's downstairs and sounds like she's eavesdropping.
A cup to the door.
Yeah, if I open the door suddenly real quick, she's going to fall into the room. Like she's leaning all her weight on the door. It sounds like we need to have another Best Noodles at Noon guest competition like we had back in episode 52. Maybe episode 100?
We are approaching episode 100. That's what I was going to say.
What episode?
This is episode 95.
95, okay. So, like in the year 2025, we'll probably do this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's at an increasingly slow rate, so we'll see. Yeah.
Hey, we've been real good the past couple weeks.
You have.
That's
it's
true.
Been fun.
It's good to be back at full force, almost.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, since you're here, and since you've already shared a story, what's life been like for Daniel the past couple weeks? You weren't on too terribly long ago, I don't think.
No, it's been pretty recent. Yeah, life is going great. Man, what do I want to say? Enjoying the seasons. I mean, it seems weird to say that, because people tend to only say that around the Christmas holiday, but I guess in the day-to-day work I'm doing now, I'm just much more intentional, but also like mindful of the seasons in the calendar. So looking forward to spring and Easter coming up and all those things. Yeah, it's just been good.
Terrific. And Noah, what have you been up to?
Man, well, I have a story this week, and it doesn't take place in real life. I had such a fun time playing a game with Michael earlier this week, and I just had to share. We'll play some open world games sometimes, and so those are usually bigger scale. You have like big worlds to explore, and with the open world scale, like it's a much larger production. They're usually much more expensive games like to produce. Like it requires hundreds of people to make a really good, solid open world type game. And even with all that effort, the thing that open world games are often known for is really funny bugs and glitches. And that's like, I don't know, that's kind of my favorite part of playing games like this, is just trying to break the world in weird and creative ways. So Michael and I are playing this game right now that takes place in Hong Kong. And it's fun. Like, it's fun. You can, be part of gangs and steal cars and, all those great things. Sorry, Pastor Daniel, you have to hear about my dark side, my secret vices.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, he knows.
This does kind of feel a bit like a confessional vibe, like with the little window screens and all that kind of stuff. So you're free here.
I'm gonna open my little window and just confess. But I've been working on my stable of vehicles, because you can unlock vehicles and purchase more cars throughout the game. I like bikes because you can get really fast and then you can crash into stuff and you'll go flipping off the bike in the air, and it's really fun. Not something I try in real life, but in a game, it's fun. So I bought this sports car, this really nice fancy. It looks kind of like a Porsche or something like that. And I'm driving it around. Michael's watching me play this game. Michael's played this game before, so he knows it pretty well. And like every good video game, this game has a horn button, so you can just press the H key and it'll start playing the horn. And I like to drive Michael crazy by just repeatedly tapping the horn while we're driving along. And one time I tapped the horn and the horn just didn't stop. It just kind of kept going. And so I'm like, okay, I'll exit the car. And I get out of the car, and even though I'm not in the car, it's still going, and the car's still blasting. And so I recorded a clip of what this horn sounds like, just so you can kind of hear. So it's not pleasant. You're just hearing this horn in the background. And instead of restarting the game, we're like, okay, we'll just go into this next mission. We have to go to a wedding. So we're at this wedding, and the events of the wedding are taking place, and you can see my car in the cutscene parked out on the street, and the horn.
And you could hear the horn
still going off. People are, getting ready for the wedding, talking about the wedding, and you just hear this horn going off in the background. And then things start going really downhill at this wedding. Some people end up dying, which is really unfortunate. So there's this really emotional scene of the bride and the groom, and you're holding them for the last time, and they're saying their final words to you as this horn is blaring outside. And so finally, after we finish the mission, we're Michael's kind of going crazy by this point. So we decide, okay, I'm just gonna shut off the game, completely exit the game and come back into it. So we exit the game. We come back, and it starts you back in your apartment. Every time you restart the game, you just start in your apartment, and it's so nice and quiet. It's great. And then we leave, and as we're walking outside the apartment, you just hear the horn getting louder and louder.
Yes.
And as you exit the apartment, and our car is nowhere in sight anymore. We're not even near the car. We tried getting a different car and driving around the city for a little while, trying to locate where the horn was. And finally we had to go into Steam and do this scan on all the files and basically reinstall the entire game just to get the horn to turn off.
Oh my gosh.
But I just love breaking games in interesting ways. And this was such a bad break that we had to pretty much completely uninstall the game and just start over. Completely closing the application and opening it back up didn't help. So
did you submit a ticket?
I think this game's 9 years old at this point, so I'm not sure if they're going to care. And I was playing this on my Mac. That was probably the problem. They probably don't even know how to support that. But so the next morning, Michael texted me, and he's like, do you still hear that horn? Because I do.
I know this is I know this is a big deal, like in IT security, but I mean, you got to think that it's in games too. I wonder if there's like a website out there, or you should go to like the subreddit page and put out a bounty on this. Like, just like say, okay, here's the scenario, here's what you can do. Like, I dare you to try to do it and see who can get it, who can recreate that.
Yeah, because then I went back, as soon as we fixed it, I went back to that same car and started laying on the horn again, and I couldn't recreate it. So,
man,
who knows what caused the issue, but it made for a good night.
Knows?
I'm a little bit crazy. I think Michael's a little bit crazy now too, but, you know, it was worth it for the story.
Right.
Every time you hear a horn, you get just flashbacks.
Flashbacks to that wedding.
Spoiler, it
Flashbacks.
was actually Jessy. She's in the background with like a horn noise, like just playing it in real life. And
The car horn app.
Yeah.
Well, Ben,
Well, that's wonderful.
what about you? How's your week been?
My week has been good. The highlight of my week, or the past, because I don't think this had happened since we recorded the last podcast. I think this happened the Monday after that, so a couple days after. But people in the Discord probably know this already because I've sent pictures. But I got myself a cat. And it's been wonderful because I have a little pet now in my apartment, and it's a great time. Her name is Madalena, and I don't know where she currently is. She was right next to me, and I took a picture because she was very interested in what I was doing, and I wasn't letting her up onto this small little platform that my computer is currently sitting on. So I'll send you a photo in the nudist chat of the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, you really should. You can go to noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
.com.
And click join the Discord, and that will let you in. And I just looked over, and this is what I saw. If you go look in the nudist chat, she was not a big fan of not knowing what I was doing, and she just started climbing up the shelves vertically up, which now has me concerned about where she can actually get to, because I had this now apparently foolish belief that there were places I could put things that she couldn't reach, and now I know that is not true. And that happened just about 2 minutes ago while Noah was talking. But she's terrific. She's a 7-month-old little kitten. I don't know what type of cat she is, because when I adopted her, they filled out the paperwork, and for breed they put short hair. So she's
I think there's
one of those breeds.
There's essentially two breeds in the States these days: domestic short hair, domestic long hair.
Yep, she's a domestic short hair, but she is a very beautiful cat, in my opinion. She has wonderful colorings. I will send Noah some pictures to put on the website.
Yeah.
Or you can just join the Discord, which is better anyway. But yes, we have a wonderful, wonderful time. One thing that I've learned about cats is that you can spend lots of money on things for them to use and play with and sit on, and they will use none of it. I bought it a very nice cat tower, and I literally had to train her to sit on it. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, no, I'll only give you your treat if you sit on top of the cat tower that I bought for $50. Her favorite toy is a Gatorade cap. Mm-hmm. Again, I have several other wonderful toys for her. And one day I put a Gatorade cap on the ground, and she hasn't let it go since. So, yeah.
So, spoiler alert, this is exactly like parenting real children.
That's what I'm
exactly
figuring
like
out. That's
you can
just
spend all the money on the world on the big fancy toys, and the thing they love is the box or the cap or whatever it is.
You can't buy an imagination, Dan.
Nope. My son Ian's favorite toy growing up was a 7-Up bottle, a 2-liter 7-Up bottle. Favorite toy.
Ooh, a 2-liter?
Oh yeah. He did everything, like he would bat it around empty when he was little, and then he would like obviously fill it with sand or gravel when he was older, and then he learned to tie a string to it, and it became like a giant, like rotating whippy weapon. Best toy he ever had was
you fill the 7-Up 2-liter with rocks and then whip it around.
And then sling it around. Exactly. Hours of entertainment.
Here she is.
There she is.
Madalena, say hi into the microphone.
She does.
Do you want to?
because I've gotten to see Madalena a couple times, and she is just like the cutest cat. She is so cute and so tiny. And she has just like the tiniest, like high-pitched little purrs and meows. Like not in a like grating way. They're just like the most pure, sweet little meows. And, yeah. There are pictures of her on noodlespodcast.com, so be sure to check that out.
Noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
It's great because she will sleep in my bed, which is wonderful. But I always know when she's tired because like she'll be asleep and then I'll get in bed and then she'll run around for 2 hours. But then she'll get tired and just climb right on my chest and fall asleep, like right up against my neck on my chest. And usually when I have my phone out and I'm like reading something on my phone or watching a video, and she'll just lay right in front of my face. It's wonderful. That's how I know when it's actually time for bed. I'm like, okay.
So
Madalena hath decided.
So she can steal your breath. That's what happens when you sleep, is cats steal your breath.
Really?
Yeah. Have you not
heard? That
heard?
sounds bad.
You not heard about this? Not looked this up? Look it up.
No, I haven't.
Anyway.
I've never owned a cat before, Daniel. I'm learning everything there is to know about cats, just kind of as it comes.
I was wondering, is this a new discovery for you that you actually might be a cat person? Like, have you guys had dogs in the house growing up?
Yeah, I've always had dogs. I mean, like I've had fish and stuff, but you know, that's every kid has fish. But my family would have dogs growing up. I still think I'm definitely a dog person. I love dogs. Dogs are great. I was hanging out with some dogs last night. Dogs are wonderful. And I used to like absolutely hate the idea of cats, but my brother Andrew, friend of the show, he has a cat. He and his wife Audrey. Their cat just wandered into their house one day, and that's how they got a cat. And then some other friends of mine have cats. The people I live with upstairs, they have a cat. And just sort of like being around people who have cats and just petting cats. Because I also was like, oh, I'm allergic to cats. I shouldn't do it. And then I was like, maybe I'm not as allergic to cats as I thought. And then maybe I'm not allergic to cats at all. So just hanging out with cats, I've decided, you know what? I don't have to judge animals who just, like hanging out and eating food and sleeping, which is what I like to do. So
Noah,
it's great.
Does Ben have the book?
No, I don't think I don't know that he knows about it.
We're going to have to get you a copy of this book. It's a book titled How to Talk to Your Cat About Gun Safety.
Oh.
And then the subtitle.
I need that because she doesn't know.
And then the subtitle says, and abstinence, drugs, Satanism, and other dangers that threaten their 9 lives.
The cat abstinence discussion is a hard one, but it's an important one.
It's a fine piece of literature that Noah has read. My son, I'll show you the full picture. My son Ian is proudly displaying his copy of it as he's reading it. It's an important step in the father of a cat father. So we're gonna have to.
All right, I'm gonna put it in my Amazon account.
Yeah,
right now.
So Ben, do you feel like the crushing weight of being a father now, like a cat father?
There have been times where I have forgotten I've owned a cat. And like I'll turn around and there will just be a cat. And I kind of have to go through, have you ever been on or seen the movie 50 First Dates?
Pieces of it, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Summation of the movie, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, came out like 20 years ago. Adam Sandler wants to date this girl, but every time the girl falls asleep, she forgets that the day just happened. So she's basically been living the exact same day for about 3 years. But at the end of the movie, he does end up marrying her, which is kind of weird. But what he does is he makes a video for her, so when she wakes up, she can watch the video, and it basically recaps her entire life that she has forgotten. I need someone to do that with me every time I see my cat. Of just like, oh yeah, you bought a cat, and you do all these, like, I think I'm good now. Like, I'll wake up and just remember I have a cat. But the first few days, it was like I would forget and I'd just be walking around and then I would see a cat and have a moment of panic on why is there a cat in my apartment? And then and then I would be like, oh, okay. I'm married to Adam Sandler and I live on a boat now.
Ben, I finally have figured out what your first tattoo should be. Across your knuckles, you should have cat-o. Have cat-o.
Have Cato.
You come on, I dare ya. Have cat.
I love that.
I'll think about it.
Yeah.
I can get How to Talk to Your Cat About Gun Safety as an audiobook for free because I have Audible credits.
That's definitely an auditory
Can I listen
read.
to it?
That's good commute fodder right there.
Exactly.
Well, Ben, I definitely agree with you about like coming around on cats. Like I grew up in a family that was anti-cat and we had a dog. And so I just kind of, groupthink. I was like, yeah, I guess I don't like cats either. They're mean. They jump everywhere. They're unfriendly. And then like as an adult, got to know some cats that are really awesome, like your brother's cat. Daniel has 2 cats that I think are like 2 of the coolest cats ever. Your cat is great. Until I think in the last year or 2, I've realized like, oh, I'm actually way more of a cat person than a dog person. And I'm not that much of a dog person, so that's not that hard, but I was
going to say, how much of that has to do with your dog?
No comment. But cats are just awesome. And sadly, I went through the same steps of like, maybe I'm not allergic to cats, and spent a week with your brother's cat and realized, oh, I am actually allergic to cats.
Yeah.
As much as I wish I was not. Cats are awesome. Cats get a bad rap. And
They do. I think you specifically should get a hairless cat.
Those aren't cats. We'll just get that out of the way.
You and Jesse's family could be Mochi and a hairless cat. And it would be great.
I will also say my observation is when you talk to a cat person about dogs, they're usually like, yeah, dogs are fine, but I'm more of a cat person. When you talk to a dog person about cats, they're like,
they're jerks.
Oh, I hate cats.
Jerks.
They're the worst thing ever. So for that reason alone,
Yeah.
I want to identify with the cat person people because they're way more like kind and understanding. Dog people who are just dog people are like, yeah.
They're like, the only good cat is a dead cat. Let me kill it.
Yeah.
Right. You don't hear that from the cat people.
No. Yeah.
I've heard it from some cat people about dogs. I won't name names, but they live upstairs. But this is just my pursuit of being all things to all people. Because I already know how to relate to dog people. Now I know how to relate to cat people.
This is a really encouraging message coming up into the 2024 election, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's
I wonder
true.
if
That's okay.
Dog people and cat people should be like, we should rename our primary 2 political party system to dog people and cat people.
Which would be which?
Yeah,
No
Daniel,
comment.
make a statement.
Hey, that's
Yeah, Daniel.
That's the Noodles question of the week.
Oh, if we were to rename the Speak Pipe question of the week, if we were to rename the political parties after cat people and dog people, which would be which?
Which would be
if you
which?
think you know the answer, leave us a speak pipe at noodlespodcast.com.
We're going to get one
noodlespodcast.com.
response, and it's going to be like so offensive or like skewed one way or the other that we're just not going to be able to air it.
Wait, who would
I
it
think
be?
we're going to get one
There's
response, and it'll be about 90 seconds long.
It'll be 90 seconds long, and it probably won't even be on topic.
It won't even be about the question.
It'll be beautifully something entirely more entertaining and better. Thank you, Brian. We love you.
Yes.
Ben, ask me about how people can leave a speak pipe.
How can people leave a speak pipe, Noah?
Well, they can go to noodlespodcast.com/speakpipe.
Noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
Wait, did you change something?
I added a redirect just now during this
What?
call. If you go to
What?
noodlespodcast.com/speakpipe, it'll take you straight to the page.
Speakpipe.
I'm doing
And
it.
if you want to join our Discord, go to noodlespodcast.com/discord.
What?
This is insane. See, the things that Noah does while we're recording a show are very different than the things I do while recording a show.
Ben
Wait,
spent like
normally-
$80 on Amazon since we've been on this call.
You don't just
I've just been buying stuff. I got paid the other day, and now I'm buying stuff.
you don't actually just like look at each other and talk like I do?
You think I
Aw.
want to? Have you seen what my camera looks like now, Daniel?
It is kind of awkward. It's like I don't know what's going on.
It's in my closet. It will look better come the next time we record, I promise. I have some plans. But, Should we go straight to the game, or do we have time for a thought exercise?
We do have. We don't have any speak pipes this week, but I do want to start sharing some of our Discord responses we get, because even though people don't leave speak pipes every week, we do have people that leave messages just in general in the Discord about the previous episode. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to share a couple messages from the Discord.
I like this.
After last,
I don't participate in the Discord, so this will be nice to hear.
Well, first off, I forgot to post the podcast, so the show got renamed to Noodles at Whenever Noah Gets to It, which I think is a catchy name. I'd like to...
Mm-hmm. That one was the girlfriend of Brian Stanley, right?
Yeah, that was girlfriend of Brian Stanley. Girlfriend of Brian Stanley also said, true story, Brian's mom is from Alaska. So when I started listening to the podcast and heard that you were from Alaska, I had to have Brian clarify a lot of things. So it's great to know that we've been able to fool somebody.
What are you trying to say?
I'm actually from Alaska. Born and raised. I've never left.
Sure, Ben. Yeah.
Sure.
You go with that. And then I think we'd also talked about last week what was the high point of Noodles at Noon. I submitted the introduction of Brian to the Noodles at Noon canon was definitely a high point. That was episode 36, the public schoolers only episode.
Oh yeah, you weren't even on that one.
No, that's why I liked it, because I got to listen to it fresh. Like, oh, this is great.
Well, what did Shiv have to say about that? Or any of the other amazing guests, like me?
Daniel, what's the high point of Noodles at Noon for you?
No comment.
If you could tell us the exact, if you could tell us the exact show number that you appeared, then we'll let you be the high point.
Oh, I remember. It was the dinosaur speak softly and carry a dinosaur leg.
Yeah,
Was his first episode. That was the first Daniel episode. It was like episode 10 or something.
Oh, what was the name of our first episode?
Something about Rushmore. Dr. Phil should be on Mount Rushmore.
That's right. I get my presidential things confused.
Okay, it was episode 10. It was Speak Softly and Carry a Dinosaur Leg.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
I'm impressed by now.
Girlfriend of Brian Stanley also contributed. My other personal favorite is the episode that it took Noah half a podcast to realize that Michael and Ben were in the same room.
Oh, that was a good one.
It took me until now to realize Michael and Ben were different people.
Really?
No. Actually,
He
no.
just conflated you into one person this whole time.
Mythical Michael.
So anyway, that's it from the Discord. Be sure to join our Discord at noodlespodcast.com/Discord. Ben, you said you had a thought experiment?
A thought exercise, but it's kind of stupid, and I think we should probably just get straight into the game, because I'm very excited about our game this week.
Games with a Z.
Games.
Plural.
Well, last episode, Noah invented a game using ChatGPT, because in this modern era, all anyone ever talks about is ChatGPT, which Daniel has pointed out that the long version of ChatGPT is, in fact,
Our Lord and Savior, ChatGPT.
Yep. Yeah. I wanted the pastor to say it, just to have it recorded to be put on the internet. But this gave me an idea, because Noah used ChatGPT to bring back one of our old games. I want to use ChatGPT to bring back another one of our old games in this edition of Florida Man via ChatGPT.
Whoa.
All of these stories are Florida Man stories that have been auto-generated by an artificial intelligence, which means, yes, artificially, Florida is still the worst. There are 5 of them, and normal Florida Man rules. Does that sound good to everybody?
Perfect.
Noah, Daniel,
Perfect.
you ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready.
So these stories aren't real. They're just made up by ChatGPT.
But they very well could be.
It's like ChatGPT, tell me a Florida man story. Something like that.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yep. Or write a Florida Man news story is what I put in.
All right.
This first one, for those of you who don't know the rules, if you're just joining us, I will take a Florida Man headline and I will remove certain words, and I will ask Noah and Daniel to fill in the words that I've removed. People who get it right or the closest or the best answer get the point. The first one, Florida man arrested after attempting to steal blank from theme park. We'll start with Daniel. What was this Florida man allegedly arrested for allegedly stealing from an alleged theme park?
It is Florida. Let's say a large alligator stuffy. He couldn't win the game. He couldn't win the game. It enraged him, and so he dove over the counter, grabbed the stuffy, and ran.
Okay, a large alligator stuffy. Noah, heading over to you.
Okay, well, it is Florida, and you did say theme park. And
I did. What
Florida theme park is more well known than Walt Disney World Resort?
Six Flags.
TM. I'm trying to think what would be like possible to steal from, like, I want to give a joke answer, like Splash Mountain or something, like Despicable Me style, like airlifting Splash Mountain out of there. But I'm thinking something smaller, something more achievable. I'm thinking a Mickey Mouse costume with the person still inside, like with the cast member still inside. He was trying to like stuff it into a large duffel bag. Didn't realize the person was still in there.
Or
and
just
that's
from
how
behind,
he got caught.
or just behind Bear Hug, picked him up and started running.
Mickey, I want a hug. Get in the bag.
So we have a large alligator stuffy, or Mickey Mouse. A costumed Mickey Mouse.
The whole thing.
Well, according to ChatGPT, in a daring heist attempt, a Florida man was arrested after trying to steal an alligator from a popular theme park in Orlando.
Whoa! What in the heck?
Not a stuffed alligator, a real one. According to witnesses, the man identified as 34-year-old Jack Smith jumped into the exhibit area of the park's alligator enclosure and tried to grab one of the reptiles with his bare hands. Security personnel quickly intervened and were able to restrain Smith before he could take off with the alligator. The incident caused a commotion among the park visitors, who were left stunned by the brazen theft attempt. Florida has strict laws against unauthorized capture and possession of alligators, and offenders can face serious legal consequences for their actions, according to ChatGPT. Clearly, the point has to go to Daniel.
Hey.
Well done.
You got the alligator angle.
Yeah.
As Michael pointed out, the answer will always at least once be an alligator.
Yeah, always.
Okay, moving on to question 2 with a score 1-0 in favor of Daniel. We're going to start with Noah this time. Florida man attempts to rob a bank with a blank. Noah, what did this Florida man, according to ChatGPT, attempt to rob a bank with?
I would love if the answer was like gun, and it was just really anticlimactic. I feel like that's something ChatGPT would do.
ChatGPT is pretty literal.
Yeah. It's not like the most creative. It'll kind of give you like the first draft ideas.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's a boring answer. So I'm going to say something a little more creative. I'm going to say a hairdryer. He walked into the bank with a hairdryer, trying to pass off that it was like some form of weaponry. But the banker didn't go for it, and the police caught him immediately.
All right. A hairdryer. A rather gun-shaped hairdryer.
Yeah.
I like that answer. Daniel.
Yeah, no, I'm not necessarily trying to ride your coattails, but that's exactly where my mind was going, because ChatGPT, if it knows anything, it knows that we have certain like motifs, we have certain expectations in the things that we want to hear, and it just tells us what we want to hear. And so my answer was going to be that he held it up with his fingers. In other words, he was doing the whole thing of like making the gun shape in the pocket of his sweatshirt. So he was holding up the convenience store with his fingers.
It was a bank, not a convenience store.
Oh, bank, sorry.
Does that change your answer at all?
Disqualify.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
Okay. So we have a hairdryer and some finger guns. Well, in a bizarre turn of events, a Florida man was arrested for attempting to rob a local bank with a live alligator.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sensing
The
a theme
incident
here.
occurred on a sunny afternoon when the man, identified as 32-year-old Jack Donaldson, no relation to Jack Smith, entered the bank with a backpack and a 3-foot-long alligator in tow. Eyewitnesses said that Donaldson demanded money from the teller while holding the alligator in front of him. The teller, initially shocked and frightened, immediately pressed the panic button, which alerted the authorities. As soon as Donaldson realized that his plan had failed, he dropped the alligator on the floor and fled the scene on foot. My question is, what was the plan? It also says, fortunately, the alligator did not harm anyone and was safely captured by a local animal control officer. Meanwhile, police chased Donaldson on foot, and after a brief chase, they were able to apprehend him in a nearby park.
Good job, ChatGPT.
Actually, I didn't read this line. I wasn't planning on reading this line. It says, during questioning, Donaldson claimed that he was only trying to make a statement and didn't intend to hurt anyone. He also admitted to being under the influence of drugs and alcohol at the time.
And alcohol. Wow.
Yeah, drugs and alcohol. This one's tough. I'm tempted to give it to Noah just on the case that he actually had something and not just his fingers.
That's true. A hairdryer. Actually, a lot of gator wranglers will use hair dryers to calm down the gators.
Yeah.
Well, so is ChatGPT. So,
but like the shape of finger guns, the shape of finger guns is really kind of a call signal that alligator wranglers use to get alligators to follow them. So they'll use this shape like this, and that means follow me. It's like sign language for alligators. So that's my.
So it's like a 80s sitcom cool boy trying to pick up ladies with finger guns is how alligator wranglers attract alligators.
At least the one I trained under. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Point still goes to Noah.
Oh, man.
Florida Man story number 3.
Alligator. My answer is alligator.
Alligator. Yep, live alligator.
Florida man causes chaos after stealing and crashing blank in retirement community. We're going to start with Daniel. What did this Florida man steal, and then crash into a retirement community?
Well,
it may not have been his.
Metagaming ChatGPT, I think it's going to be a golf cart. I don't think ChatGPT is going to go too far off the beaten path here, and it's going to be a golf cart.
All right, Daniel going with golf cart in lieu of alligator, which I think would be a better answer. Noah, what's your answer?
That was actually, I was going to say golf cart too, using the exact same metagaming logic. But I was trying to think of other vehicles that we've had on the show. I remember a story of a Florida man driving a lawnmower like on the interstate. So I think, I'm going to keep close to golf cart, but I'm going to say lawnmower. Final answer.
Mm-hmm. The Florida man attempts, or not that one, that was the wrong one. The lawnmower, the 4.0, the new one from Manscaped, or just a general lawnmower?
An outdoor power equipment style.
Oh, you're not talking
lawnmower.
about the grooming tool.
Not the grooming
tool.
tool.
Gotcha. This episode's sponsored by Manscaped, manscaped.com. Use promo code Noodles.
/Discord.
A Florida man caused quite a stir in a retirement community after stealing stealing a golf cart and crashing it into a nearby pond. According to witnesses, the man, identified as 55-year-old Jack Johnson, oh no, he's fallen off so hard, had been seen wandering around the community in a disoriented state before he stumbled upon an unattended golfing cart. Johnson then proceeded to hop on the cart and take off, swerving wildly and nearly hitting several pedestrians in the process. Some say he was looking for banana pancakes.
I was just thinking,
obviously,
can banana pancakes banana pancakes be the closing music for this week?
We'll see if we can license that.
Yeah, let's.
It might be expensive, but now that we have the Manscaped money, it should be able to be possible.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Michael to do a cover.
Oh, Rusty Potts.
A clarinet cover.
Okay. Oh, clarinet cover would be good. Obviously, the point goes to Daniel, so we'll go to question number 4, starting with Noah. Florida man arrested after attempting to rob a bank, again, dressed as a blank. What was this Florida man dressed as when he attempted to rob a bank? Noah.
I got to do it. I got to say alligator. Wait, did you say dressed as a?
Mm-hmm. Dressed as a or an.
Is that a
I give
hint?
no clues.
Like-
I give no clues. It could be a or it could be an. I said a because I didn't actually say the word it follows. I wouldn't say dressed as an.
And blank. Okay. I wanted to clarify. Yeah, I'm gonna say alligator. I feel like at this point you've regenerated the response a few times, and ChatGPT has drawn from its very shallow well of Florida man stories. So now it's back to like, okay, we're doing a bank robbery again. Alligator, but instead of holding it, he's dressed up as it. So alligator.
I like your logic. Daniel.
Yeah, man, alligator. No.
Crocodile.
Dressed up as a police officer. I think this
Ooh.
guy got a police officer costume, went in thinking, hey, this won't call any attention, and held the heist.
All right, we have a police officer or an alligator. Well, Florida man arrested after attempting, I read that wrong. A 35-year-old man from Miami, Florida was arrested on Monday after attempting to rob a bank while dressed up as the popular children's character, Ninja Turtle. According to police reports, the man entered the bank shortly before closing time wearing a full-body green costume with a mask covering his face. He then approached the teller and demanded all the cash from the registrar. However, the teller refused to comply with the suspect's demands and triggered the bank's alarm system. The suspect panicked and fled the scene without any money.
Dude, who's your favorite childhood fiction character? Mine is Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle. Upon his arrest, the suspect admitted to attempting to rob the bank and stated that he did it as a joke.
ChatGPT keeps trying to cover it's like just so you know, I'm joking. Like it throws in that thing.
I like the other one. Just so you know, I was only on drugs and drunk when I did it. That's it.
And no alligators were harmed in the fictitious heist.
So I have to think, what is more similar to a Ninja Turtle, an alligator, or a police officer?
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
We know it's a turtle.
Which one is a green reptile?
Which one also is a reptile?
Well, okay, think about it.
Or amphibian.
Our whole government is run by reptiles. So...
And police officers.
And police officers. But no, Noah, you get the point. Which makes it 2-2 going into the final round. I couldn't have scripted this
perfect
any better. All right. Hang on, I'm actually checking to see. Does it say which Ninja Turtle? No, it doesn't. Okay, final round, starting with Daniel one last time. Florida man loses license after trying to drive through blank. What did this Florida man lose his license after trying to drive through?
Well, I'm thinking of all the different restaurants you could drive through. I'm thinking of all the different, I don't know. Yeah, different stores and things. But I think it's going to be he was trying to get like his thrills and off-road through the Everglades, a protected wildlife area. Drive through the Everglades.
Attempting to drive through the Everglades. That's a good one. Noah.
All right, I'm stuck between two. I'm back on Disney World because that's, again, a popular Florida thing. But we've also had a few stories take place in diners. I want to say there was one that was Village Inn. So I'm going to say he was attempting to drive through a Village Inn. They didn't get him his pancakes. He got mad. He tried to drive through a Village Inn, lost his license.
Like you do in
Can't
Florida.
drive through that Village Inn.
Yeah.
All right, so we have either the Everglades or Village Inn. A Florida man had his driver's license suspended after he attempted to drive through a Category 3 hurricane. The incident occurred in the early morning hours on Thursday as Hurricane Elsa was making landfall in the Tampa Bay area. According to witnesses, the man drove his pickup onto a closed beach access road and attempted to drive through the storm surge and high winds. His truck quickly became stuck in the sand and he was forced to abandon it and seek shelter. Emergency responders were eventually able to rescue the man, but not before he had caused extensive damage to the truck and put his own life at risk.
All right.
So
I'm going to make my case. If you have ever gone into a Village Inn,
nope.
It's like being in a Category 3 hurricane.
Nope.
I was going to say,
if you go to the
can make
kitchen.
your case, but I'll make Daniel's.
So If the precedent of a turtle is adjacent enough to an alligator to award a point, I think nature, the Everglades, outdoors, an actual space where you're not inside a building, is adjacent to a hurricane. So,
on top of that, he went to a beach, which I think is kind of to the beach.
Everglade-like.
You said it was a protected area. It was a beach road that had been closed. So, yeah, I have to give this one to Daniel.
Sorry, Noah.
No, I think that's fair.
Good game.
I fought hard,
GG.
but in the end,
This begs the question, what category hurricane do you think you could drive through without getting stuck?
Oh, definitely.
In your current car.
Yeah.
in my Dart,
In your Dodge Dart.
not much. I can't drive through an inch of snow hardly.
Yeah, I was going to say, in my Mazda 3, I was driving back from Wyoming the other week, and there was a stiff breeze, and I almost was blown off the road 4 or 5 times. So I don't think I don't think my Mazda will do me any good in a hurricane.
Driving Wyoming to Alaska, that's a drive.
It's a long drive.
It was.
Good game, Ben.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much for playing, Daniel. Thank you so much for playing, Noah. Congratulations, Daniel, on your victory. Do you have anything you would like to add?
I'm losing more and more confidence daily in ChatGPT.
Really?
I mean, it's good for what it does, but
Well, Daniel, you have a short game for us, don't you?
short-ish. I don't know. I do have a game.
Ooh.
This game is called Confident. I'm not going to take any credit for this game. This is actually a boxed board game that we have, but it's a lot of fun. And I hand chose some questions that I think fit the theme and fit our contestants, Noah and Ben. So the way this game works,
Terrific.
I'm going to ask a trivia question. The trivia question is going to have some sort of number in its answer. In other words, like if the answer is 107, what you can do is you give a range. You give a low range and a high range of which you think that number falls in. And whoever gets the answer inside the range of numbers that they're choosing, of course, gets a point. But who has the smallest range gets the highest point. You would get 3 points if you had the smallest range and you were correct. And if you were both correct, whoever has the larger range only gets 1 point. Does that make sense?
That's a lot of math you just said.
So here's. Do you guys have a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen handy?
I have a phone.
Yeah. Okay. Something where you can write down your range when I ask the question.
I have bagpipes.
You have bagpipes. You may not write your answers in bagpipe bin.
I have a car horn.
Okay. Well, yeah.
We're doing great.
I'm going to read the question, and I'm going to ask you each to kind of write down your range number or put it on your phone. And then on a 3, 2, 1, you can reveal your answer to the camera, and we can hear the actual answer. Sound good?
Give me 1 second. I need to grab a pen
Okay.
Okay.
and write it on something that's not my car's registration, which is in my car for some reason.
Just use your bagpipes.
How, Daniel? How?
He's going off mic.
This is good radio.
Okay, I've got a pen.
Oh, good. Okay, here we go. The topic for this question is Domino's Pizza. All right. So here's the question. How many pizzas do Domino's Pizza sell a week across the United States? How many pizzas per week do they sell in the United States? And your clue is on average to the nearest 100,000 pizzas.
Oof. Okay. So how many pizzas per day? And then you gotta estimate how many locations, and then times 7 because it's per week.
Yeah.
I just made it more complicated than it needed to be. Okay.
You did. Because I think Tuesday and Friday, you could argue, don't have the same quantities, but go for it. However you do it.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, I'm gonna guess.
I would just like to point out that the paper I followed after grabbing my vehicle's registration was the envelope that my car's title is in.
Oh, I thought
Why are none of these things in my car?
because you have a cat now.
Because
It's all about
she didn't take him out of the car.
It's all about that cat life. Okay, you guys got your answers locked in?
So
You
are we
ready?
just picking the one number, or we're doing a range?
You're doing a range. So you could do from 1 to 5 billion pizzas, and you'd get 1
Okay.
point.
Exactly what I did.
Or, so,
Okay. I've got my answer.
Ben, you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. It is 10.2 million pizzas.
Oh.
Oh.
A week?
I got
So-
10 million to 20 million was my range.
10 million to 20 million's Noah's range. What you got, Ben?
I put 700,000 to 3 million.
Okay. So,
Ben, underestimating the pizza monolith that is Domino's.
both correct, but Noah has the tighter score, the tighter answer. So, Noah gets 3 points. Ben gets 1. I'll keep track here. Okay, the next question. The Marvel Cinematic Universe. Are you ready? How many superheroes have had their very own film? This is movies released between 2008 and 2021 where the sole title character is a single hero. So, how many solo movies? No cheating.
What was the end
Arrange.
date you said?
2021.
2020. Okay, so fairly recent.
Fairly recent.
Oh man, I'm just trying to think. I don't know the MCU all that well.
So a range of films, a number, a low number, and a high number.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Ben?
I got my answers.
Yeah, I am ready.
Okay. Okay, here we go. The answer in 3, 2, 1. It is 11. 11 superheroes.
I did 10 to 13.
Noah had 10 to 13. I see it.
I had 5 to 10. Hang on, can you hold up that card one more time? That has
It has the actual
Iron Man,
names.
Captain America, Ant-Man, Thor, Doctor Strange. Hulk. I forgot about Hulk. Hang on, wait. Okay, I take issue with this. Because Spider-Man, as of now, has not had his own Marvel film that just has Spider-Man in it.
Yeah, but they were Spider-Man movies. He's had 3 of them.
Yeah.
The question
Where
was misleading.
he's the sole... Well, so Ben might have had one more answer.
Well, because Iron Man was in Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, but he was like
And then-
barely in it. And he didn't fight
But he
anybody
was
in that
it.
movie.
He wasn't the...
The prompt
He
was,
wasn't the sole superhero.
how many superheroes have had their very own film? In other words, is the film is named for them. There might be appearances.
I misinterpreted that question. then.
Okay, well,
I'm not saying I should get the point. I'm just saying I misinterpreted the question.
Noah now with
And I should get the point.
Now with 6 points, Ben with a point. I'll give you a mercy point with 2 points.
No, don't. I was kidding. Please
Okay,
don't.
okay,
Please don't
okay.
actually give me mercy.
The next question. Women named Mildred. This is for my grandmother deceased. Rest in peace. We love you, Grandma. Women named Mildred. What is their average age?
Of all
What is the-
Mildred's currently alive.
Of currently living Mildreds, what is the average age?
Oof. Okay. Okay, I'm going big on this one. Or small, I guess. Small
Yeah.
range.
Yeah, small range. Oh. Okay, ready? Got your
Yes.
answers? Okay, answers
Yes.
in 3, 2, 1. 78 years old.
Oh, I was under.
Oh, Noah's under.
I was under 2. I put 67 to 71.
Oh, no. So
I put
close.
55 to 65.
That was so close. You were both under 78 years old. The name peaked in use in 1920. Today, Olivia, Emma, and Ava are the most popular girl names, while the most popular boy names are Oliver, Liam, and Noah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not special?
You're not special. You are not a unique snowflake. You and all the Liams and Olivers out there. Okay. Here's the next question. Happy by Pharrell Williams. How many times is the word sung? How many times is the word happy sung in the song Happy by Pharrell Williams? Including by backing singers?
Just happy, not including happiness?
I think just happy. I don't know that the word happiness. Oh, I guess it is in there, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
Just the word happy. Let's go with just the way it's written. The word happy, quote unquote happy. How many times?
Okay. I have my answers.
Ben, do you have your answers?
I have my answers.
Okay, here we go. Answer in 3, 2, 1. 56 times.
Oh.
Holy cow, Noah!
Noah said 256 to 312.
Okay.
I put 27 to 37.
Oh man, you're both off. Dude,
Ben, my answers are always like 10 times whatever your answers are.
Noah is the overly dramatic and Ben is the cautious. Okay, man.
I don't think there's over 300 words in the song.
Yeah, right.
I don't know the song all that well. I thought every single measure started with happy. Or
Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Because with all the backing singers, I thought it was going to skew it. But
If you
it's mentioned
like
4.
that's what you want.
It's mentioned 4 times in each of the 4 choruses. Then there's a bit of that they constantly singing happy, 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 happy. Okay.
Happy.
Yeah.
Happy. Yeah.
All right, Ben, here you go. Your chance to close the gap. Golf. What is the lowest score ever recorded in a regulation 18-hole round? The lowest score ever recorded in a game of golf.
ooh, this is an interesting one. So not like playing with your friends on your backyard course, but in like an actual game of golf.
For a regulation 18-hole round. And not in plus and minus, you're given the total score for the 18 holes. Okay, here we go. Answer in 3, 2, 1. 55. Ooh. Noah says 42 to 58. So Noah's definitely got the right answer in the range. Ben, what do you have for your range?
My high is 54.
Oh no! Shoot.
I did 50 to 54. Okay, yeah.
Oh man. Well, Noah.
Well, okay. In full honesty, I did 48 to 52. But as you were saying, when I said wait, that's when I realized I did my math wrong.
Yeah.
So I mentally just fixed my math, but I was still wrong.
Oh man. Achieved by Australian Rain Gibson on a 71 par course. He got 12 birdies and 2 eagles. The lowest.
Oh, I didn't think about eagles.
The lowest at a major is 61 for women and 62 for men.
Hey,
all
go
right,
women.
Yeah, good job, ladies. Okay, Noah, this one's for you. Skydiving. What is the record for the longest time of free fall in minutes and seconds? What is the record for the longest time free falling? Minutes and seconds.
Well, it would have to be. I don't want to say anything. Okay.
No, I know what you're gonna say.
The guy, the Red Bull guy.
Felix Baumgartner.
Yeah.
That is not calculated. That's not part of this answer.
What?
I think that does not technically qualify as skydiving.
Oh, really?
How?
Okay, because that would make a big difference. Because that was a much longer free fall.
Yep. Nope.
He literally fell from the sky.
Yeah, but like he wasn't in a plane jumping out. Like he had to, like it was a whole business. He had to go to space.
It was a business.
I have a friend who skydives out of like hot air balloons. That's not a plane.
Okay. Are you ready? Everything except for that Red Bull answer. You ready?
Ready.
Answer in 3. Wait, are you ready, Ben?
Yeah.
Minutes and seconds.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. Answer in 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
4 minutes and 36 seconds. Noah is off by 6 seconds.
I put
Noah
3 minutes to 4:30.
3 to 4.
I'm off by a minute and 36 seconds.
Oh
so.
no! Oh man,
That's a long time because
that's a long time.
2 skydives I've done, it's about 55 seconds of free fall.
Oh my gosh!
Which is like the most crazy minute of your life. But by the time it's over, you're like, okay,
I'm done.
good. Like,
I'm done.
It's like you feel like the wind rushing in your ears. You can't even hear yourself scream. It's so loud.
Yeah.
Like doing that for 5 times the length, that's a long time.
That's a long time. I was thinking the same thing. Like, no,
Hold up. Okay. Felix Baumgartner was in free fall for 4 minutes and 19 seconds.
Oh, so it wasn't even longer? How
Huh.
did this guy
No.
do it?
I don't know.
You
19
like skydove to Death Valley or something? Like,
In 1960, American Joe Kittinger ascended to 19 miles above the earth and jumped. He reached speeds of 600 miles per hour before pulling his chute.
is that not space territory? When do you get into space?
Maybe.
19
this says
miles.
Felix Baumgartner's height was 5'7".
Wait.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it then.
Oh, that other question. That's the next question. How tall is American parachutist Felix? No. Okay. 2 more questions. I know we're going long. Here we go. 2 questions. The Stanley Cup.
Sorry, Felix Baumgartner's height was 13.5 miles.
So he did.
So
How
this
did
is
this guy
way
do it?
higher.
This guy
How
went
did this
way
guy get
higher.
to 19 miles?
This guy must have not been doing like regulation. Like Felix had some precautions in place. It sounds like this guy probably did not.
Yeah, this guy was
Wait, this was 1960?
1960. This guy was cool way before Red Bull.
Did he like
That was
jump
bef-
off?
that was
before
before we
the
went
moon
to the
landing.
moon. That was before the moon.
That's before the moon existed.
It was 9 years before we went to the moon. How did this happen?
I love everything about what's happening right now. We're like unearthing a conspiracy theory. Here, I'm like, take a screenshot, Noah.
Okay, I'm
This
taking a
can-
screenshot. Hold still.
Let's put this in the Discord and
Okay.
let the Discord go nuts on that. Okay. Next question, 2 more. So this and 1 more. Next question is the Stanley Cup. How many
Named after Brian Stanley, of course.
named after our fair friend Brian Stanley. How many times have Canadian teams won the Stanley Cup? Now, this is across the 101 seasons in this question from 1918 to 2020. How many times have Canadian teams won out of the 100 seasons?
I'm really glad you said how many seasons there have been, because I was going to put like 4.
So there's been 101. Okay, got your answers?
Okay, I got mine.
Ben?
I got mine.
Okay, answer in 3, 2, 1. 49 wins.
I put 3250.
All right.
I put 26 to 38. I am out of range.
Good job, Ben. Catching up a little bit. That's 3 points. The total is 5 to 9. So, it's
not good.
It's not possible. But Ben, let's see what you can do on this last question. The question theme is LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James. How old was LeBron James when he dunked for the very first time on a regulation-sized basketball hoop?
Okay,
How
I was
old
going to say,
he?
like, did he do this in his backyard, like as a 3-year-old? Okay.
It's a
If
regulation
I say
hoop.
one number and I get it exactly right, can I win?
I think so. Noah,
As
what
long
do
as
you
I
think?
don't pick the number 2.
As long as Noah doesn't have it in the range, if you get it right and you're exactly right and Noah's not close, Ben, you can have
Okay.
the game. So, Ben, you got your number? Noah, are you ready?
I do.
I've got mine.
Okay, here we
Wait,
go.
I'm sorry. Can you clarify? This was just on a regulation court. It wasn't in a regulation game.
No, exactly.
Okay.
Not on a, just on a regulation-sized hoop.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I got my answer.
Answer in 3, 2, 1. 13,
Oh.
13 years old.
I put 11
I
and
said
Noah
12.
put 12.
Oh, you both went for exact numbers.
I was thinking the age at which I first dunked on a regulation hoop.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see how that's confusing.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He was 6'1" at the age of 13, and he dunked in a student faculty game while he was in middle school. The shortest person
Dang.
to have ever dunked was 5 foot 2 inches.
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues. Oh, well, congratulations, guys. Neither of you changed your score with that last question. So Noah taking it away with 9 points to Ben's 5. Good job, guys.
I've been listening to a lot of our first dozen episodes or so while I've been working this week. And that was back in the era of Noah never winning a single game. So this feels really good for me.
It feels good.
It's a good ego
I remember
boost.
those days.
Oh, you had this beautiful stretch of just being cursed. Could not pull a win out. Well, that is...
congratulations, Noah, and thank you so much, Daniel, for preparing that game. Noah, the victor, do you have a victory speech?
Noodlespodcast.com/speakpipe.
Noodlepodcast.com/speakpipe. Daniel, do you have anything you would like to add?
A team of doctors in Australia, due to the concerns that they were constantly getting, decided to ingest Legos in order to test science. So these doctors were ingesting Legos to assure parents, hey, no problem, these pass just fine. Just thought I'd share that with you in closing.
Is this a ChatGPT article or is this a legitimate article?
This is a legitimate article from National Public Radio, a short one. Yep. Doctors in Melbourne, Australia. A doctor named Andy Togg and a couple of his colleagues did this. One because Andy's son swallowed a Lego and they wanted to see what happened.
I was just going to say, are his colleagues like his 2 toddler-aged children? Like,
This was during
swallow this
COVID.
for science.
Yeah.
This was during lockdown.
Yeah. Anyway, just rest easy, Noah. When you're sucking on that Lego head and you accidentally swallow it, you'll be just fine.
I have been not sucking on Legos, but I have these like Lego. It's like a bike chain for like a Lego motorcycle that I have, and it's been sitting on my desk all week, and it has been the best fidget toy. Like you can break off the individual pieces and like wrap it around. Like you can put it on your wrist like a bracelet. And when I've been doing like phone calls and stuff this week, it's just been the best fidget toy. So I'll do my best to keep those out of my mouth, but if it does happen, things happen. It'll be okay.
Rest easy.
Good. Well, thank you all so much for listening to Noodles at Noon, because we're all winners here, even though Noah and Daniel are like winners. You're also winners. Yeah. Good job. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
LeBron James.